be 3,000 or 3,500?
3,500 would be good, because that would let us do our stall and then recover by 3,200 is what I'm thinking, so.
Going to drop the nose to have a look.
Yeah, good man, that's nice to see, that's brilliant. How are you temperature-wise? Shout if you want.
Fine.
You're okay, so shout.
Yeah.
I can obviously put heat on again if you get cold at any stage.
Going to turn towards Felixstowe, yeah?
Yeah, to be honest, I think if you turn towards Felixstowe, we're going to be right into sun, so I'm happy to hold the steady. And also, that'll keep us away from the centre of Ipswich, so that when we want to do our stalling, we're not going to be right overhead Ipswich. That's a good heading there, so we're sort of heading towards Felixstowe Ferry, which is absolutely fine. Because we don't need to be particularly fast for stalling, I'd bring the power back to 2400 RPM, which will give us about 80 knots or so, which will be about good enough to set up for our stall. And then when you've had a chance to think about it, you can then do some hazel checks.
Okay.
Some people do a feeder and then a hazel, but really most of what you do in hazel covers feeder anyway, so there's no need to sort of do a feeder first. But if you were just setting off anywhere, you'd do a feeder check at top of climb.
Okay, so height-wise we're at 3,580.
Okay, and that's to recover by height of the ground plus 3,000, which is 3.2, so that's good. Yep, happy with that.
Airframe?
So, no, we're just saying.
We haven't got any flaps yet?
Flaps up at the moment, we're going to configure for an approach configuration stall after our lookout. Yep, that's good.
Security, we're okay?
Yep, that's good. Loose articles, a few things behind us, but nothing that's going to go flying anywhere.
Engine, we're all in the green, even the temperature's coming up.
And the carbon monoxide is good.
That's good.
Yeah, and also under engine we'll cover fuel, so we've got plenty of fuel, but now will be a good time to put the fuel pump on for stalling as well.
Okay.
That's good.
Location-wise, we're between the two rivers?
Yep, we are. So we're actually pretty much overhead Ipswich.
Yep.
So we probably wouldn't want to be doing stalling or anything overhead Ipswich, but we're progressing that way. By the time we do our lookout, we can do that. Will leave us clear of active airfields, built-up areas, controlled airspace, cloud and danger areas. And then, as you say, we want to keep going in that direction. So this will be a good time to do 290 turns. Doesn't matter whether you go left and right or right and left, but we'll just keep heading towards Bordsey Manor on the nose.
Okay, so 290 degrees.
Yep, 290. So before you look out, obviously do your lookout, which direction you're going to turn.
Okay, I'm going to go right.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, so I'll assist with the lookout as well. Haven't heard where Ben and Nick went to, so they're about somewhere, but I don't know where.
Anglia base, Watershot Station, Scottish Mike, off Zulu.
That's Anglia base, that's the Watershot gliders.
Runway 23, currently positioning left base, runway 23.
And then we know we're going to stall in that direction, so one more left turn, concentrating your lookout down to the left there, because that's where we're going to be in a sort of low speed, unmanoeuvrable flight, so we don't want to end up getting close to anybody who's already in that area.
Watching traffic, Golf Oscar Echo, just to the north of Crowfield, joining downwind 31.
Okay, that's back at Crowfield, that's Ben and Nick, so that's fine. Okay, so as we roll out, this is now our chance to go to carb heat hot.
And then I'm
going to take control now, so I have control, you're on control. Okay, so I want to configure the flap, so you've done carb heat for me, so speed's in the right arc, I'm going to put first stage of flap down, first stage flap's indicating, second stage of flap down, second stage of flap indicating, and I'm now taking the power off to about 1700, and just see what that gives us of a hold level flight. So that's normally what it would be. So this is our approach speed. That's our normal crossing the hedge speed, all right, having approached at 65. So we're not stalled. So just follow me through on the controls.
Okay.
Okay, so I just want you to feel, I'm going to ignore the audio warner, I just want us to feel for the light buffet. So basically, I'm just going to set a slightly lower power setting because I want the aircraft to actually stall.
Yep.
So this is where I'm simulating, I'm not paying attention to my speed, all right, we're well below our normal approach speed. Listen really carefully for the audio warner, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I'm starting to feel a little bit of buffet on the stick actually, which is about right. So the audio warner is not actually that good an indicator. There it goes there, okay.
Yep.
So that's come in at about 56, 57 knots.
Yep.
So we are still not quite stalled, but we're very close. If we ignore it, we'll go to heavier buffet and then we'll end up with a high sink rate. Don't want to do that. Standard stall recovery then is full power, as you correctly said, stick forward a little bit, audio warner and the buffet has gone. Now establish a rate of climb. I'm going to reach down. Are we climbing? Yes, we are. I'm going to put the first stage of flap up. While my hand's there, I'm putting the carb heat to cold. Hold the attitude. Wait until I get to 70 knots. 70 knots, definitely climbing away. Flaps are coming all the way up.
Okay.
And indicating up. And here we are, having got away from our frightening experience where we ended up sort of almost stalling on short finals, simulated, all right?
So you have about 300 feet.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I kept that going longer because I was trying to get you to, you know, sort of identify the buffet. So technically we were a little bit lower than should. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you back up to 3,500 feet.
Okay.
I'll get you to rerun the Hazel checks, do some lookout, and then you can do exactly the same as I've done. And again, I will tell you when to recover. So I want to hear the audio warner and you feel a little bit of light buffet, and then I'll tell you to recover. So let me just level off and then I'll give control back to you once I've trimmed it out.
We are heading towards Shingle Street.
That is a good call. Well done. Good remember. Right, we'll turn around before we get there. That's fine. Okay, you have control.
I have control.
So why don't you just update your Hazel checks and then we'll do a 180-degree turn this time as our lookout. So you can just say, make it simple, say height as before to recover by 3-2. Airframe, we can say they're up, but we're going to configure. Security's unchanged. Engine, blah, 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 all good. Fuel pump. You have correctly said we're approaching a NOTAM, and look out, you can now do a 180 degree of turn in either direction. It's obviously easiest for you to look out if you go in your direction.
Okay.
That's fine. And then once you're pointing back at Ipswich, then you can do your stall. And again, probably less important to be accurate, more important to be looking out where we're going to be stalling. So I'd rather you were less accurate on the heights and speeds and stuff like that, more that you're clear in the area where we're going to do our stalling. So once you've rolled out to point in the centre of Ipswich, you can roll wings level.
Okay, so height.
I'm happy, that's the Hazel check done. So now go carb heat hot, we're going to get on with the stall, having just done it. Okay, check the speed is in the right arc and select one stage of flap. Make sure the flap is indicated. Okay, trim it if you want to, and then put a second stage of flap in when you're ready to land configuration. And then if you reduce your power to 1700 RPM and just trim for that, we'll just see how that works. If we need to reduce more, we will, but 17's good. This is us now simulated on a final approach, okay? So our speed is already lower than the 70 we'd ideally be coming at. So I want you to identify both the audio warner and light buffet and then take the standard stall recovery action. I'll just be following you through, so you just keep going.
Got some jigging. I've got the
audio warner, so just feeding, and also the buffet is just starting to come in, okay? So if you're happy, select full power. Simultaneously, as you said. Unstall the wings, raise the nose. Once you've got positive rate of climb, first stage of flap comes up, and carb heat has gone to cold, and then wait till you've got to 70 knots and simulated 200 feet above the ground. And once you've got both of those, then you can bring flaps up altogether. So at the moment we're quite nose high, so you're going to struggle to get 70 knots on that. So just lower the nose, don't be greedy, we want to just get away from the ground, simulated. Once you've got 70 knots, then the flaps can come up. And check the flaps are indicating up. They are, brilliant, good one. Right, do that once more for me. I'm just going to let you get on with that entirely on your own. So you just have another go, and this time you can recover at the audio warner. So audio warner or light buffet, whichever comes first. Well done.
So
That's
actually
nice.
climb quite high.
That's fine. That's good. Again, that's all right. Go from 37, but that's fine. Just level off here. That's fine.
So I'm going to turn 90.
What I recommend you do is do your hazel checks,
Okay.
and then do your lookout, and then get straight on with the stall. There's no point in doing the lookout, then spending the next minute doing a hazel checks, and you've then negated that lookout turn you've done. So if you do hazel checks, and then do your lookout, and then just get straight on with it.
So height-wise, we're 3,007, just over 3,700.
Yep.
Airframe is
Clean at the moment, but we're going to configure after lookout. Yep.
Security, okay.
No change. Happy.
Okay. Engine, we're all in the green.
Yep. And carbon monoxide's good.
Okay. Location, we're fine. We're over the bridge. We're not over.
Yeah, bridge is there, so we're in a good area, clear of active airfields, build-up areas, controlled airspace, cloud, and danger areas. So that's good. Yep.
Lookout.
Okay. So you can decide which way. Are you going to do 290s to head that way, or are you going to do a 180 to head back the way we've come? Whichever you like.
I'm going to do 180.
Yep. Sounds good to me. Well done. That's good. As I say, don't worry too much. It's more important you're clearing that area where we're going to stall, rather than being fantastically accurate on your height. I'd much rather you were looking out. If you just bring your power back to about 2400 RPM, that just means you won't be back to 24. That's it, yeah. And then then we won't be so fast, otherwise you'll find out it takes forever to stall. You've just nicely cleared that area.
Yep. Final ram of the 23.
That's fine. So wings level, downgoing wing checked, and now you can start off by carpet hot.
Five.
Yep.
It is. How was your trip?
Check speed in the white,
very nice,
speed in the white arc before you move it.
Just,
We don't want to overstress the flaps. That's good.
Right, okay, mate.
That's it. One more stage of flap. And then just hold the attitude, set about 1700 RPM,